Evan here with Sandy Vans. Today, I'm going to show you how to install your Boost Box Mini onto either a port rack or a starboard rack. This is a really easy product to install. The only tools that you're going to need for this are 9/16 wrench. You're going to want one to hold back up and then one for tightening. So you need 2 of them. You'll see on the back side, we have the 4 holes that we're going to use to mount this with our 3/8 bolts. It should have everything pre-drilled, ready to rock and roll for you. You may have a situation where if you're not putting it onto one of our racks, you may need to drill a hole in a different location to line up depending on what you're trying to mount this on. We have a lot of people putting this on the back of truck campers, RVs, etc. So these holes are all set up to work with our racks. If you do need to drill a hole, this is really easy aluminum. Just grab a 3/8 drill bit. Flipping to the front side, we're just gonna open things up. If you did need to drill any holes, you might need to punch a little hole through the carpet. You can actually see the light coming through where our holes are. I'm just gonna take a little, this is another screw that I had. You can use a little knife, razor blade, but right where that light's poking through, I'm just punching that in. And then that's gonna allow me to easily put my bolts through that later. So we're gonna do that with all 4 of these. Next, we're gonna pop our 3/8 bolts through. You just wanna make sure to take one of your 3/8 washers, pop that through. So we got a washer on this side, then you're popping it through the holes in the back. All right, now that we've got our bolts through, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Boost Box, we're gonna hold it up, find out where we wanna have that on our rear rack. This is really helpful to have a friend do. It is a nice light box, so you can do it solo. Just make sure you have all of your nuts ready when you place it on. So really important here, you just wanna figure out where you wanna have this configured. Depending on what other things you're putting on the back of the rack, you may wanna go high, low. I'm gonna go for something nice, low, easy to access. See how that lines up? Once you've got those bolts through, you're just reaching behind with a washer first, popping a washer on, then your nut. I'm just gonna put these on finger tight for now. That way I don't have to hold the box. I just want to show real quickly, this is the other side of the rack. I just want to show how these work. So you will notice we have right here our bolt with the washer. It actually has the ability to fit through this space. So you just want to make sure that that bolt has slotted down into the notch right here, and it's not up here and sliding out. The reason we have these large gaps is if you wanted to use carriage bolts with this, that is an option. You could put a carriage bolt through, drop that in, slot it in, and that'll hold backup for you, so you don't actually have to do anything with backup. But we also made these racks so they're quite easy to reach in behind, so you can hold backup. So just make sure once that box is on, this is slotted downwards. Now this is the part where we're gonna pull out our 9/16 wrenches. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is hold back up with this wrench behind, tighten things up. As you're doing that, you wanna just make sure that everything is sitting nice and level with this box. You'll notice right now, I think this one looks like I may have it a little bit crooked. That's what I'm gonna adjust as we're putting this in. Now we've got our right side here all tightened up. This side over here is actually where it's quite helpful to have a friend, just because with this door being in the way, it is a bit of a reach to be able to reach around the box. I've got long arms, so I'm gonna be able to do it, but just keep in mind, if you have a friend, it makes it a lot easier for them to hold back up. Just like that, we've got our Boost Box Mini installed. I absolutely love this box. It's a great place to put wet, sandy gear, things that you don't want to have in the living space inside your van, firewood, recovery gear. It's just a really great size for all of that. It's also a nice size where you can still pair this with additional things. We have a lot of customers putting fuel tanks and other recovery gear above these. Another cool thing with these boxes is with this being all aluminum, you don't have to worry about drilling holes in it. So if you do want to add attachments, a lot of people are mounting max tracks and various accessories onto these. Feel free, drill holes into this. There's no fear of it rusting. You don't have to worry about scratching that powder coat as you're drilling holes. So go nuts, configure this to whatever you plan on using it for. That's it.